Welcome back to the Skyway. There's a mix of frenzy and focus here today. This is the fourth and final group of round one. 6 drivers have already advanced on, who today will make complete the top 8, fighting for a chance at the finals. This is Group 4 of the Skyway Select Tournament. Arlo driving in Vaporwave, a Lucid Air weighing 60.5 grams. Sungard driving in Not an Evo, a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution weighing 60 grams even. Rusty Wheeler driving in Pink Barbie, a Chevy Corvette weighing 57.4 grams. And Chandler Gray driving in Green Knight, a Dodge Challenger drift car weighing 39.7 grams. This group knows what they're up against. The bar has been set, and now it's time to meet it. Sungard will light the way, starting in pole position. Arlo by his side in that gorgeous Lucid Air, a paint job fit for the Skyway, that's sure. Chandler Gray and Rusty Wheeler in the Pink Barbie in the back row. And they're off. Sungard Arlo takes the lead down the drop. He pulls ahead of Ra. A perfect turn too. Stays a close second. Another perfect turn. Arlo's lead grows. A big drift, and it's a tight single file group across the finish. Arlo, Ra, Rusty and Gray in that order. Ra has the lead for mere moments before Arlo on the outside takes advantage of the straightaway, perpetually growing his lead. Down the drop, the deal is sealed. Ra stays in the game absolutely, and it's a sure sign of a well-matched group, but Arlo's speed and control is unmatched here. Watch as he executes with balanced acceleration, a perfect scooping of turn 3. There's even a micro drift just as he enters the turn. It's a perfect calibration, keeping him riding the middle line of the banking wall, making for an exit of turn 3 that can only be described as flawless. Now watch as Arlo coming out of turn 4 catches a drift. This one feels a bit unintentional, and he skids away all his speed. Ra closes the gap quickly, but it's not enough in that final straight, and Arlo holds on, taking race 1. Arlo rides high in first position with 5 points. Ra staying very much in this game in second position, and Rusty and Gray with 2 and 1 points, respectively. Chandler Gray now in pole position, out from behind the shadow of Arlo and Ra. Let's see what he can do. And they're off. Chandler Gray, rockets down the first straight. Down the drop, and there's no one else around. A slingshot wild. He's out of control. Rusty crosses into him. Ra cuts in, passing Rusty. Gray holds on to the lead, taking race 2, followed by Ra, Rusty, and Arlo. Oh my goodness, my heart is racing. Pure adrenaline down the Skyway. Chandler Gray makes a loud and clear statement. The quiet one in the back is now the speed demon of the group. Into turn 2, it's masterful speed, but upon exit, Gray loses control. Understeering, swerving, hitting the inner wall. He overcorrects, hits the other wall. There's a drift attempt before turn 3 to slow him, but it sends him swinging, slicing nearly vertical up the wall through the turn. To make matters worse, upon exiting, he strikes the front of his car on the inside wall, sending him sideways. And here comes Rusty with no desire to slow or swerve. In fact, this is the perfect opportunity to overtake or at least remove an obstacle in his way, and bam! Look at that. Gray, perpendicular, fights to hold on, probably fighting to keep all 4 wheels on the ground. Sungard with the full force of the heavens, like a rugby lineman, rages through the mayhem, knocking Gray back in line whilst cutting on the inside of Rusty. An aggressive power play that can only be made by someone with the experience and power of Sungard. Chandler Gray rockets from last to first position after that first place win. Ra consistent in second place. Now always beware of those consistently finishing in second place. It's a sneaky way to stay in the points game and be ready for first position to fumble or falter, taking the lead for themselves. Arlo with 6 points. Wait a minute. Gray, Ra, and Arlo are all tied for first position with 6 points. 6, 6, and 6. Oh my, that's the mark of the beast. Well, considering the racing in this series is of mythic proportion, I have to ask, which one of these drivers will show themselves in fact to be the beast? Rusty Wheeler rides in front for the first time. Now after race 2, it's clear he'll let nothing stand between him and winning, so thank goodness no one is riding in front of him. But he'll have to keep up with the wild Chandler Gray riding beside him. Now if Gray can keep his car under control, he could seize his final opportunity in the front to post some serious points. And they're off. Rusty Wheeler powers out of the gate. Chandler Gray rides neck and neck, side by side. Gray passes out of turn 2. Arlo over the edge. Oh no! Down the last straight. Then Gray takes race 1, followed by Rusty and Ra. Oh no! Poor Arlo takes the plunge in race 3. This is not good. Watch first this Mr. Dark Caliber pass into turn 2. Down the drop, Gray finally makes his move on the outside, no less. It's a long game, a slow burn, and a true symptom of confidence. There's no need to rush, just allow your speed to whip you through turn 2. It's beautiful. Out of turn 2, Rusty realizes he needs to shift tactics. It's clear he can't pass Gray and needs to play defense, so he jerks the wheel sharply to the outside first. Arlo sees the opportunity, jumps to pass on the inside. Now watch as Rusty cuts the wheel back. He checks Arlo right over the edge just before turn 3. Rusty now setting his sight on the leader, but it's too late. Gray rages through turn 4, taking race 3. There hasn't been a leaderboard in recent memory that is in such perpetual movement like ours is today. Arlo drops all the way to last place after not reaching the finish line. Chandler Gray has all but clinched his place in the top 8, but let us not overlook that everyone has a chance going into race 4. Some odds are better than others, sure, but a chance nonetheless. Now here we go, race 4, group 4 of the Skyway Select Tournament. Arlo now starting in pole position. He's got the furthest to go and he needs every advantage available to him. Rusty Wheeler by his side. Now Rusty rides dirty. By this point in time, Arlo knows it. He's got to keep out in front and frankly, he needs a perfect run if he's going to keep clear of Rusty's road rage. Ra Sungard riding just behind Arlo should open up the track for him. Now we've seen his ability to pass with power. Let's see if he can flex it once again. And they're off. Arlo wastes no time whipping out of the first turn. He's all alone, a glorious turn 2. Wow, he's going to do it. Wild into turn 4, hits the wall, skids out. Here comes Rusty. Oh no, oh God! Rusty Wheeler has just crashed into Arlo at the finish line. Wow, we need to see that again, and quite a few times. Coming out of turn 4, Arlo understeers just enough to clip the inner wall coming out of the turn, which throws his bow off center. It's a drift that turns to a skid, that turns to a stall. Rusty Wheeler coming round turn 4, he sees Arlo dead in the water. Now there's only one way to take first place, and it's to break through the barricade. Now it's a long shot and a violent one, and without slowing, Rusty rages into Arlo, flipping Arlo nearly 360 degrees. Carnage at the finish line. It was a heavy and dangerous bet that didn't pay off. Look here, it's clear that Arlo, floating lucidly through the air, crosses the finish before Rusty. I have never seen a crash like that at the Skyway before. Cars have totaled, cars have flipped and fallen, but never has a driver taken it upon themselves to obliterate an opponent for the chance at glory. There you have it. Arlo and Chandler Gray are your winners today and will advance on to join the others in the top 8 for round 2. Rusty Wheeler and Ra Sungard, simply thank you. That is the most amount of action I've seen since the great American action films of the early 1990s. You both are always welcome at the Skyway, and I look forward to racing with you again. And just like that, round 1 has come to a close. The group has been cut in half, and only the winners continue on. I shudder to think of what the races in round 2 will bring. So many legends on the track, so much at stake. There is not one driver here that will go quietly into that good night. They will rage all the way across the finish. Stay tuned for round 2 coming soon. Until next time, drive safely and always take the high road.